Okay, guys, I welcome you all to this Microsoft Intune training session. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kashif. I am from India. I have somewhere around 15 years of practical IT experience. I am working as architect. So, I started my career as a IT professional, wherein I worked on SCCM level 1, then level 2, then level 3. Then I was moved into architect role. So my primary roles and responsibility is to design and implement technologies for organization. So I have implemented technologies for various organizations. Apart from my day-to-day activity, I am involved in training wherein I have trained more than 40,000 students globally. Okay. I have expertise on various technologies like SCCM, Active Directory, Azure, PowerShell, application packaging, Microsoft 365. I am a BSc IT graduate. I did my graduation from Mumbai University. And later on, I was involved in training. Give me 1 minute, guys. Somebody is having some issues joining in. Sorry, guys. So let me. Okay. So I'm a BSc IT graduate. I did my graduation from Mumbai University. Plus, I'm a Microsoft certified professional. So that's about me, guys. These are my contact details and website address. Now, so in today's session, I'm going to show you um, the training details, how the training will be conducted, what all things we will see in the training, how the training will get conducted, um, how we will be able to do the practical lab and all. Okay. So first of all, you see, Intune is what? Intune is a Microsoft product that helps you to manage mobile devices and manage applications. So you will be able to manage what? Mobile devices and mobile applications. Now in mobile devices, what all devices you can manage? You can manage Windows devices, Android devices, iOS, iPad, Mac OS, and Linux box. Okay. And you can manage mobile applications. So you can manage mobile devices plus mobile application through Intune. So you can manage Android, right? Then iOS, then you can manage Windows 10 and Windows 11, right? Then you can manage Linux devices and MacBook. These are the operating systems you can manage from Intune. And you can manage mobile applications. Okay. Now, Intune is not a free product. You have to purchase license from Microsoft. So in order to start using Intune services, you need to purchase license from Microsoft. So there are two types of licenses. Either you go with Microsoft 365 licensing, or standalone, or um, this one, enterprise mobility plus security. So there are various types of licenses available for Intune. So you need to pay based on your usage. So whatever the licenses you are consuming, you need to pay according to the consumption. Okay. So we will see later on how we take license, and then how we enroll the devices, how we consume license. That will come later on. Okay. Now, so in order to manage devices, we need to enroll the devices in Intune. So there are various methods of enrollment. So either you do um, automatic enrollment, right? Or user driven enrollment, or bulk enrollment, right? There are various methods of enrollment. You can enroll Windows devices, Android devices, iOS devices, Mac devices, Linux boxes, and then start managing those devices through Intune. Okay. You can deploy applications, right? You can deploy updates. You can deploy the application restriction policy from Intune on your devices. So from Intune, you can basically deploy application updates restriction. Then you have Intune policy configuration. Okay, you can deploy policies to your devices. Let's say password policy. These are just example, like password complexity, network restriction, data encryption, compliance setting. So these are some of the examples which are included here. So there are various things which you can do from Intune to protect the data of your devices, and to protect the device itself. Okay. Then you have Intune security and compliance policy, which will help you to do all these things like data loss protection, threat detection, device hardening, right? All these things we will see later on, and then you will get more clear picture. Then Intune has reporting, to find out what is the status of your devices, how many devices are compliant, how many devices are non-compliant, in how many devices the configuration profile is installed successfully. you know um, let's say you deploy some configuration profile, and you would like to find out the status of the machines where the configuration profile is still pending. So you can get the report and uh, start troubleshooting. Then Intune has integration with various products, like configuration manager can be integrated in Intune, um, Windows Autopilot, right? Windows Autopilot can be integrated. Then Google Play Store, uh, Apple App Store, right? Windows Auto Patch, Windows Defender. So there are various integrations which can be possible in Intune, which we will see later on. Okay. Then we have, in order to troubleshoot Intune related issues, you have Intune documentation, Intune community forum. Microsoft support is also available. So you can reach to Microsoft in case there are some architectural related issues, or you can reach to community forum to check out, related questions, related issues. And you have Intune documentation from Microsoft to follow the steps how you can proceed with application deployment or update deployment, or whatever the things which can be deployable through Intune. So in today's session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the basic informations related to Intune. So let me open my whiteboard. 1 minute. So from Intune, what all things you can do? You can do MDM, mobile device management, right? And then you can do MAM, mobile application management. Okay. Now, what all mobile devices you can manage? You can manage Android devices, right? Android. You can manage iOS devices. You can manage MacBooks, right? You can manage Windows devices, right? Windows 10 and Windows 11. And then you can manage Linux devices. These device management is possible from Intune. Plus, you can manage mobile applications. Okay. So after COVID-19, what happens? People started working from home, right? So people are using Windows laptops or mobile phones or MacBooks to access company resources over the internet. So the devices are no longer in the office premises. They are inside. Um, they are not inside office premises. The devices are outside. So when the devices are outside, the data inside the device, the corporate data is at a stake, right? So we have to make sure that we deploy some policy to restrict the application data. For example, these are the devices which are given to a user. Let's say James joined an organization. Okay, James joined an organization and he has received two computers. I mean two devices. This is a laptop, right? Let's say Windows 10 laptop, and this one is Android device or iOS device. So he has received these two devices to access company resources. So from these two devices, he is able to access company resources. Okay. Company resources he can access, like Outlook he can access, right? Email, then office corporate documents. Okay. Plus he can access some applications, some internal websites. So we need to make sure the devices are protected. So what we will do, we will enroll these devices into Intune. So both these devices will be enrolled into Intune. And from Intune, we can manage policies and application. We can deploy applications, we can deploy policies, we can deploy configuration, right? We can deploy updates, we can deploy the compliance policies to find out whether the device is compliant or non-compliant, right? So there are various things which we can do on the devices through Intune. Why do we do that? To secure the data of the application and secure the devices, right? For example, if this device is lost, let's say this laptop and this mobile device, both of them are lost or one of them is lost, right? So the user, James, James will call help desk that he lost his device. The help desk team will assign the ticket to Intune administrator, Intune team. Intune team will wipe the data, wipe the device, factory reset the device over the internet. We don't need any physical interaction with the device. We can wipe the data over the internet. So the data which are there in this device will get wiped out. Okay. Suppose this user forgot his password. He is unable to log in to the computer. So he forgot his password. So he will call help desk, and the help desk team or the Intune team will reset the password. Okay. Reset password. Let's say James needs some application on these devices, either on the laptop or the mobile devices. James need some application, for example, Google Chrome or Firefox or any application James need. James will call help desk, and the help desk team or the Intune team will publish the application or deploy the application on the devices. The application will get installed on the devices, right? So using Intune, you will have complete control of the devices. So in organization, you will have some of the devices in, let's say some devices are there in New York. For example, 20,000 devices are there in New York. Another set of computers which are there in Mumbai. Another like 10,000 devices in Mumbai, right? Then you have some devices in London, 5,000 devices. Similarly, some devices are there in um, Washington, okay? 5,000 devices. So all these devices we will enroll into Intune. So Intune is going to control these devices over the internet. So it will supply policies, it will supply applications, it will supply updates, it will supply configuration profile, and many other things. Intune will have complete control on the devices. So no matter where the device is located, as long as the device has internet connection, it will receive policies from Intune. Okay. Now, why we should learn Intune? Why Intune, not any other product? Because we have other mobile device management solution from other vendors as well. So why not those products rather than Intune? Because Intune has competitors, various competitors. For example, AirWatch. This is from VMware. This is also mobile device management solution from AirWatch, from VMware, which is Broadcom now. Then we have um, Tanium, right? Then you have Mobile Ion, then Zen Mobile. Then you have um, Alteris, IBM Big Fix. These are some of the products which are managing devices, mobile devices. We have BlackBerry as well, right? But why Intune? Because Intune is moving like a monster after COVID-19. So these are very tiny in front of Intune. Intune is like almost in almost everywhere. Wherever you go, you will find Intune. So point number one, why you should learn Intune? Because it's a matured product. Matured product. This Intune is released in the market from Microsoft in the year 2010. Microsoft released this product in the year 2010. So it is almost like 15 years now since my Intune is there in the market. Point number two, it is in almost all big size and medium size organization. So wherever you go, you will find Intune. whether you are in India or outside India, Australia, UK, or European countries or American countries or Australia, you will find Intune in almost everywhere. And that's the reason you have more number of vacancies. So it has good vacancies, good salary. So people who are working in Intune, at the average salary they are getting somewhere around 45 to 50 US dollar per hour. Okay, 50 US dollar USD per hour. Those who are in US, Canada, Australia, or UK, uh, you can expect a average salary of 50 US dollar per hour. But those who are in India, they can expect a salary of average salary 8 lakh per year. Okay, 8 lakh per year, 800,000 Indian rupees. Point number 5 is no programming languages to learn. You don't need to learn any C, C++, Java, or PowerShell command line, or Python, or coding is not uh, in required here. Coding language is not required. So it is all GUI based. You can use the GUI and then perform the task to achieve your goal. Also, if you want to do using PowerShell, that is also possible. One of the option is available. You can use PowerShell to connect to Intune tenant and perform the task. So, but that is not mandatory. So you don't have to learn all those things. Okay, so GUI is available. Everyone is using GUI. You can just log into Intune portal and you are good to go. Point number 6 is um, no need to manage the architecture. So the architecture is designed by Microsoft, and Microsoft is managing the architecture themselves. You don't have to find out the issues related to Intune architecture, or you don't have to design how many servers are required, where you should keep your database, what will be the redundancy option, then the load balancing. Everything is done by Microsoft. Okay, you just take the subscription, like your Gmail. Gmail is what? SaaS kind of product, software as a service. So it is also a SaaS product. It is a SaaS product, software as a service. You just take the subscription and you are good to go. Unlike SCCM, SCCM is what you have to design everything. Your database, your primary site server, your secondary site server, your distribution point, and everything. And you have to manage them also. But in Intune, everything is done by Microsoft. You just take the subscription and then you start using it. Point number 8, it has more features than its competitors. Now the competitors, what you see here, right? These competitors like AirWatch, Tanium, Mobile Iron, Zen Mobile, Alteryx, IBM, BigFix, and BlackBerry, these do not have these all the features what Intune has. Intune has various features which you can utilize to manage your devices, right? Mostly these products are focusing on mobile devices like Android and iOS, but Intune has option to manage mobile devices plus desktop, the Windows desktop, Windows 10, Windows 11, plus laptop as well, right? Point number 9 is good future. So the way Microsoft is adding features in Intune, every month they are adding more and more features in Intune. So that's the reason you have good future. You can make your career in this one, like Intune level 1, then level 2, then you can go to level 3, then architect, right? So you can choose your career path in Intune, right? Now, those who are coming from SCCM background, SCCM is down in the market now after COVID-19. Why? Because SCCM had a lot of issues. We had to bring the device inside office premises to patch the devices, to deploy applications to the devices, to deploy policies to the devices. So mostly SCCM devices are on premises. But after COVID, everybody, most of the companies are, allowing their employees to work from home. So Intune is the best solution right now. I will not recommend you to go for SCCM because SCCM is already down in the market and you don't have much vacancies for SCCM. Okay. That does not mean SCCM is going going away, or Microsoft is removing SCCM is not going end of life. SCCM will stay there. Why? Because SCCM is managing all the servers all over the globe. Like thousands and thousands of organizations are using SCCM to manage servers. So Intune does not manage server. Okay. SCCM manages server, but not Intune. Okay. Intune is what? Intune is basically SCCM. Sorry, I wrote SCCM here. 1 minute. Intune does not manage server. So you don't have server headache, right? All the servers will be managed by the SCCM. The server administrator team, the Windows team will handle servers, because server is like a little more critical. You need to take permission, plus you have to take various necessary steps before you deploy any applications or updates to servers. So that's going to make your life easier, right? Because Intune does not manage server. So these are some of the factors why you should learn Intune. So it's a matured product. It is uh, it is found almost in all big size and medium size organizations. It has good vacancies, good salary. You don't need to learn any programming languages. No need to manage architecture, right? It's a SaaS product. It has more features than its competitors. It has good future. Intune does not manage servers, so you don't have server headache. Got it? These are the reasons why you should learn Intune. Next thing is Intune architecture. The best part is you don't have to design architecture. Everything is done by Microsoft itself. Okay. Now, Microsoft has designed the architecture on Azure cloud data center. So we have Azure data center almost in all locations. Okay. So for example, I'll show you the data center first. Azure data center, Azure geography, images. So Azure data centers are located almost in all the continents. In everywhere, wherever you go, you will find Azure data center. Either you are in America's country, or North America or South America, or in Gulf countries, or Asia, India, Australia, right? So data center is available. So Azure data center, how Azure data center configured Intune services, I'll show you. First, you understand the data center. What is data center? The data center is like a big building. Okay, data center outside view. First, you see the outside view. So the data center is like a big building. Inside that building, you will have multiple floors. Inside multiple floors, you will have multiple rooms. Inside multiple rooms, you will have multiple racks. Okay, so this will be the outside view of the data center. And data center is always located in the remote area. Okay, not in the city. It will be in the outskirt to save the cost. Now the inside view of the data center, I'll show you. So it will be like, you will have multiple rooms. Inside multiple rooms, you will have multiple racks. You see, these are the racks. You see, this is one rack, second rack, third rack, fourth rack. And then on these racks, you have high configured server. You see, the guy holding this, the device is a high configured server. Okay, so server will have network connectivity. So when you create your Intune services, your Intune uh, tenant account will get created in any one of the data center, either in India or Australia or America or European countries, depends on your region. Okay, so how that is done, the architecture is designed in such a way. Suppose this is the outside building, this is your data center outside building, right? Data center. Now on inside this building, you have multiple floors. For example, there are 3 floors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 floors. Okay, and then you have multiple rooms, right? So let's say these 4 floors, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 floors are dedicated for Intune. Okay, so all the racks, you will have racks here. Right, you will have racks in all of them. In all these, you will have racks. Now let's say these are dedicated to Intune, right? So on these racks, right, the combination of multiple racks are called Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Azure Service Fabric Cluster. You will have multiple racks. Okay, um, let's say you have 100 racks, and those 100 racks are dedicated to Intune services. So that is called Azure Service Fabric Cluster. So in that cluster, you have, let's say, 100 racks. So when you create your account, for example, this is India data center, and you are located in India. Okay, you are located in India. So you create your Intune account. Where your Intune account will get created? It will get created in India data center. Somewhere here, for example, this is the space will be given to you. Now somebody else is creating Intune account in India, he will get another space, right? Similarly, everyone will get their own separate space to access Intune services. Nobody will have access to other space. So you will not be able to access the other Intune services, right? And other people will not be able to access your Intune services. Okay? So this is how the architecture is designed. Now I'll show you the high level diagram of Intune architecture. So the high level diagram of Intune architecture is this one. So in the backend, Microsoft has designed this one, and you have Intune services in the backend. Okay, so Intune services is running, wherein you have configure devices, protect data, then manage applications. When you create your subscription, you get what? Web console. So you get web console. Okay, that is what you get. You will be able to access Intune services through web console. So your changes, whatever the changes you will make here in the web console, your changes will get captured, the configuration and the reporting. It is gonna help you to capture information and pass it on to Graph API. Graph API is a communication tool between your between user interface and the Intune services in the backend. So Graph API will be passing on your configuration and the changes what you are, you know, trying to make. It is going to pass on to Intune services in the backend. Suppose you would like to configure devices, then it is going to pass on here. If you would like to protect data, then it's going to pass on here. Manage application, then come up here, right? So Intune services is running in the backend. So you will make the changes, and those changes will get passed on, will be passed on to this Graph API. Graph API will pass on to Intune services. Now Intune has various integration like Microsoft Entra ID, Azure Active Directory. Intune has integration with Microsoft Entra ID. Plus Intune has integration with Configuration Manager through co-management. Plus Intune has integration with Apple App Store, Google Play Store, Microsoft Store, Microsoft Windows Defender, right? So the integration is there with these services. Then Intune can manage these devices like Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, iPad, Linux boxes, and applications. Mobile, MAM, mobile application managed devices, Android, iOS, and iPad. Okay. So we will see this later on, how the things are configured when we take our Intune subscription. This is just an high level diagram. Now we will talk about Intune license. So Intune is not a free product. You will have to pay for it. Okay, so those uh, who are using Intune services, they need to take any of these licenses, either Microsoft 365 E3 license or E3 license or enterprise and security mobility, right? Or any of these licenses. Intune Plan 1, basically this one, this is the one, this is the standalone license, Microsoft Intune Plan 1, that's the standalone. And that standalone license is included in these licenses. So either you take the standalone, this one separately, or you take any one of them. You will get Intune license. Intune license cost is $8 per year, sorry, per user per month, $8 for this one, Microsoft Plan 1. $8 per user per month. Suppose you have 1,000 employees, then it's gonna cost you $8,000 per per month. Every month you will have to pay $8,000 USD. And then you have another license, that is Microsoft Intune Plan 2. Generally, we don't take this one. Microsoft Intune Suite and Microsoft Intune for Education. These are some of the licenses available, but organizations are generally using Microsoft Intune Plan 1, and they are using Microsoft 365 E5 or E3 license. Okay. Now we will talk about the lab architecture, how you are going to set up your Intune lab. So we have to do the practical, theory plus practical. So if you don't do the practical, then you will not be able to understand the concept properly. So each one of you will have to set up your lab. So you need to have a computer, either a laptop or a desktop. So you need to have a computer, right? Windows computer. Windows 10 or 11. Then that computer needs to have 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM minimum. Minimum 8 GB RAM. Minimum quad core processor. Okay. Like 4 core processor. 4 core processor. Quad core processor. And minimum you need to have 100 GB free hard disk space. If you have this kind of configuration in your computer, then you can set up your lab. So what we will do, we will create a virtual machine here. We will create one Windows 10 or Windows 11 virtual machine, this machine. And that machine we will enroll into Intune. Okay, so you need a laptop with this configuration. That's the first one. Second requirement, you need a mobile phone, which everyone has it, right? So you need Android or iOS. Android or iOS. If you have both, it's well and good. Otherwise, any one of them is okay. So that we will enroll into Intune, Android and iOS. So we are going to manage virtual machine, this one, and this Android and iOS. Plus, you need, the third thing is, you need a Visa or Master, credit or debit card. To create Intune subscription. Intune subscription needs you to verify your account details. You need to give a credit card or debit card, and that needs to be a Visa or Master credit card or debit card. Then you will be able to create your Intune subscription. Now, what subscription we are going to take? We are going to take free trial account. Free trial account. We are not going to make any payment to Microsoft. We are going to use free trial account, and that is going to be for 30 days free trial. 30 days plus we will extend that to 30 more days. So 30 plus 30, total we will get 60 days trial period. Okay, total we can utilize. So we don't have to make any payment for 60 days free of cost. Okay, and then we will disable the account. After utilizing this for 60 days, we will disable the account so that we don't have to make any payment. So it's going to be free for us. Okay, free trial account, we will utilize it for 60 days and then we will disable the account. Now, if you have already created the account before in the past using your credit card or debit card, then you cannot use the same credit card or debit card. You will have to use different card. Okay, you need to use different mobile number. And different email address. So as if you are a new person, otherwise Microsoft will identify that you are the same person who is creating the account again, the free account. So it will not allow you to create free account. It will ask you to make payment. Use the pay as you go account. So that is the lab requirement. So there are 3 things required. First, you need a computer with these configuration. Now, how will you check whether the configuration is available or not in your computer? You search on your computer, you can search system information. When you search system information like this, you see I am using Windows 11 computer, operating system name, Windows 11. Processor, I have total 8 logical processor. So minimum 4 processor is required. Okay, 4 is the minimum requirement. Then you need to scroll down and check the installed physical memory, the RAM. I have 32 gigabyte RAM on this computer. The minimum requirement is 8 gigabyte of RAM. 8 GB RAM is required. So that you need to check yourself on your computer to verify whether you are eligible to set up the Intune lab or not on your computer. Second thing, the hard disk, right? So we need hard disk. So hard disk you need to check. You can open File Explorer and then go to this PC. You need to have minimum 100 gigabyte on any of the drives, either C drive or D drive. So you see, I don't have 100 GB free space in C drive, but I have in D drive. So I can utilize this um, to create Intune lab, right? 103 free space in this drive, so I can utilize this one. So similarly, if you have good space in D drive, you need to utilize that one rather than C drive. So I cannot use C drives. So these 3 things are required in your computer. 8 GB RAM minimum, 4 core processor, and 100 GB free hard disk space to set up your Intune lab. And you need to have this one, Android or iOS operating system on your mobile, and Visa or debit, Visa or Master credit card or debit card. These things are needed to set up your lab, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. If you guys have any questions, you can unmute yourself and speak up one by one. So far, whatever we have discussed or related to the training. One more thing I missed to show you guys, that is the course content. So when you go to, I have already shared the course content with you guys. If you have not received it, you let me know. The course content is Intune course content. So yeah, so I actually did not speak about the 1 minute. So the duration of the training, duration and the timing. Let's discuss about the time first. So we will do the session on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday. Now on Saturday, you need what? 2.5 hours. We will start at 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. IST, India time. Similarly, Sunday, 2:30 p.m. IST, India time. Saturday and Sunday, since it's a weekend session, we are doing weekend, right? Saturday and Sunday. Now the session will P for it will go to 5 p.m. Okay, India time. Okay, it's from 2:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. 2.5 hour session, guys, on Saturday and Sunday. Now the duration. The duration is 6 weekends. We will finish all the topics in 6 weekends. Maximum we can go up to 8 weekends, but 6 weekend is the duration ideally. So within that 6 weekends, we will be able to finish all the topics. Okay. 2.5 hour session on Saturday and 2.5 hour session on Sunday. So we have seen the timing, the duration, right? Now the course content. So course content is, so we are going to do all these things practically, then you will get more clear picture. So introduction to MDM, Intune versus SCCM, right? So these all things will be covered in the training. So we will also enroll Linux boxes, Mac device, iOS and iPad, Android device. Okay. Also we have Windows Autopilot. Okay. Integration of Patch My PC into Intune. Okay. SCCM co-management overview. Windows Auto Patch. Okay. Onboard devices into security portal. Enable BitLocker on devices through Intune. Manage lapse policies. So we'll do these things practically. Now, let me know if you have any questions, guys, so far. Any question from anyone?
Nothing specific, Kashif. All clear.
Hi, Kasif. This is Manish.
Hi, Manish.
So Kasif, would we need any extra hardware to configure, Microsoft Intra ID or introduce or join the Intra ID to Intune?
No. If you have these configuration which I have mentioned here,
Mhm.
um, this one. Do you have these configuration on your computer?
I
If you
do.
have, yeah, then it
Yep.
is more than sufficient. We will be able to configure uh, the Intune lab and Intra ID, how to join the devices uh, in Microsoft Intra ID, how to register the device. So we'll be able to do it. Any other
So
question? Hmm.
won't we need Intune that AAD connector that needs to be installed on some Active Directory?
AD connector is required when you have on-premises domain controller. Suppose this is your domain controller, okay,
Mhm.
and you have Active Directory database here, and you would like to synchronize your data in Intra ID here in the cloud. Intra ID is in the cloud, and this is your on-premises. So if you would like to synchronize the data, then you need Azure AD Connect tool. That tool will help you to synchronize the data of your Active Directory to Microsoft Entra ID. If you would like to do that, then you definitely need extra hardware, because that domain you need to build domain controller. Okay.
Okay.
So I can show it to you on my system. I can build domain controller, and then I can integrate that uh, the data into Entra ID. But that is not going to be available for everyone practically, because everyone will not have good configuration. Okay.
Yeah, I do have a lab already at home for this configuration, and I'd like to, practice that as well.
Okay, so I can show it to you on your computer. That's not a problem.
Thank you.
Any other question from anyone?
Yeah, hi Kasif, it's Arun here. So
Yes,
I just
Arun.
want to know like how we attach the licenses in SCCM, like for example for third party applications like Avanti or Patch My PC. So do we have any sort of option here to attach to the licenses for third party applications?
Attach licenses. Like,
I
are you
mean,
talking about Patch My PC?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I told you, Patch My PC, we will do practically. We will integrate the third-party applications and updates into Intune, and we can deploy it through Intune.
Okay.
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 I've got a question, Sam. I'm Dil. When we're actually doing the subscription, do you have to use Gmail account only, or you can use even Hotmail?
Any account of your choice.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Anyone fresher here? Anyone who does not have any IT experience?
It will be me, Kashif. I just wanted to check with you. This is Tabby from UK. Just wanted to check with this. Will this solution allow us to implement the gold images or something on bare bones machine?
Not possible through Intune. It is possible from SCCM.
So we
SCCM
do,
is responsible for imaging. Okay. You
right.
can do imaging in SCCM, but in Intune, you don't do imaging. And imaging is like previously we used to do imaging, but after Intune, people are not using imaging. What they are doing is they are taking the standard image. For example, you have purchased this laptop, Dell laptop from Dell, right? So this has Windows 10 or Windows 11 operating system, the standard, the OEM uh, operating system, which is given by Dell. So what you do, you apply Windows Autopilot on this one. So we do autopilot. Okay, we don't do imaging. So with this Windows Autopilot, we'll do the configuration, we'll deploy applications, we'll deploy policies, we'll deploy configuration and whatever before it is given to the user to log in. Just
Right.
like task sequence in SCCM, guys. But if you have a computer without any operating system, let's say bare metal machine,
Mm-hmm.
without any OS, then you cannot do deployment of operating system on this one using Intune. That's not possible.
Right. Just a quick one. Like we have got around 35 to 36 different applications from different vendors that we use over here. And we want to roll into all the machines into Windows 11. So normally what we do is we have the gold images and we deploy those images. So I'm supposing that we will have to do the imaging through some process, and then after that we can use for management of the application. Is that what you're saying?
Better you should not do that. That's an old technique. The new technique is in autopilot. So those computers, what you have, they are bare metal computers
Some of them will be. They will be normally the computers we get. They are from Dell or HP. They have got the image,
without
but
OS.
no, they have got the OS on them.
Okay, so if you have the base OS, right, then you can run Windows Autopilot. In Windows Autopilot, you can add the applications, whatever the 5, 6, 10 applications, whatever applications you would like to do. Then you can add the configuration, then policies. So all combined together, and you can deploy the on the machine. and then it will be done. Now, if the machine is bare metal, then you will have to use SCCM or WDS or MDT to install the operating system first.
Right.
And then you enroll the device in Intune, and then for the further configuration. Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
But I would recommend, if you have the base operating system already, you don't use to don't go for the imaging, the golden image. Rather, you use Windows Autopilot.
Okay. I
Any
would
other
like to,
question?
sorry, I would like to take this further after this session. Can I give you a call and we can take this further?
Yeah, so those who are interested to continue from tomorrow, you need to contact on this number. Either send a message, it will be better, or call 2354331. This is my mobile number and WhatsApp number. So you can call on this number or send a WhatsApp message that you are interested to continue from tomorrow. Then I will let you know the enrollment details, the payment details, what all things you have to do for the enrollment. And then I will enroll you guys for the further sessions. Okay.
Hi, Kasif. This is Sudhakar.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm having only 1+ years of experience. Is this fine for me?
Yeah, go ahead. Your voice is a little low. Can you speak a little louder, please?
Yeah, I'm having only 1 year of experience. Is this fine?
1 year of experience. That is
One plus
fine.
one.
But when you are going for interview, generally people are asking for minimum 3 years of experience. So
Okay.
you have 1 year of experience total, or you have relevant 1 year of experience?
I have only
Total 1 year of experience. Okay.
Yeah, previously I worked on like Windows administration.
Windows administration for 1 year.
1+.
Okay. So you have to show some kind of other business, like computer hardware business or something, right? That you had a business for like couple of years, and then you worked in Intune for 1 year, right? So,
Yeah.
but the problem is, generally people are considering for 3 years. So you call me, I will help you with the experience. Okay.
Sure. Sure,
Later
Kasif.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other question from anyone? Hmm? No question? Okay, guys. So if you would like to continue from tomorrow, so this is my WhatsApp number. You can message me that you are interested, so that I will let you know the enrollment details and all. Okay, guys. One more thing, the session
Kasif,
will get recorded.
sorry to interrupt you there. So, like, will there be any O365 training in addition to this in the future?
O365 training I am not taking. I am taking SCCM and Intune only. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Because
in this,
basically in the market, if you remember, I mean, if you know, in the current market, like it's a package, right? So Intune,
so
SCCM, O365.
in Intune training, you will get to learn O365. Some of them we will learn O365 as well, little bit. You will learn MS Microsoft Entra ID, the Azure Active Directory. Entra
At
ID.
least the fundamentals are
Okay.
covered, right?
Yes. You will also learn little bit PowerShell. Okay. These are some extra topics which we will be learning. Plus, you will learn little bit SCCM as well. And then the main Intune.
Uh, Okay. If possible, can you also cover that command line get app thing? Is it possible for you to do that in this course?
Using PowerShell.
Yeah.
I told you we will learn some PowerShell command lines. Okay.
Okay.
So I've got a question.
And where the recorded sessions we can get?
Every session will get recorded. I will create a WhatsApp group today. Okay. And add you guys, those who are going to enroll to the session, I'm going to add you to the WhatsApp group. So in that WhatsApp group, I will be sending all the recorded sessions and documents and all. Okay.
Okay.
So you can access it from the WhatsApp group.
So I've got a question, sir. Are we going to cover AppV applications as well from
No.
SCCM? No.
No. AppV is already
I know.
gone from the market. So
Yeah.
we are not doing AppV.
But I would like to just discuss a few things because my organization, we're moving to Intune, like I've previously mentioned.
Mm.
And now we're having a bit of challenges. So maybe I can talk to you later about it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, guys. Any question before we wrap it up? No question? Okay, guys. So if you are interested to continue, you message me and I'll let you know the process. We'll meet tomorrow, guys. Bye now. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you, Kashif.
Thank you, Kashif.